Hello everyone, this is Afsar. This is the third part of my TestFlowPro automation tool development series. And in my last session here, you can find this link in the video description. Here we have created API automation tool. And now in this video, we're gonna discuss about uh, further more changes to these tools. Now it supports a lot of other features, including AI, UI or automation as well using Playwright. So we'll go and discuss in detail like what all things that we have done in it with the live demo as well. Now let's go to GitHub URL. So you can also find this URL in video description down. So this is the link, and you can see there are a couple of changes here. I can just quickly go through whatever the changes that I have done for this. So biggest highlight is UI testing with Playwright integration within this. And also there are a couple of changes on UI, how we can run this suite and different environment files. Then we do have enhancement on different curl command import, some parsing logic. We'll see those when we open this tool in the UI. You can better understand what are the changes that we have done in API as well. There are a lot of, so it support now curl, Swagger API, Postman, Bruno collection. So those collection directly you can parse it to a test suite, and no need to write manually, right? So this is one of the biggest change in it. Earlier we used to run whole suite. Now we can run suite tests or the test data level also. So we can run like this. So we see how we can run this thing in UI, right? Now let's get started. But before that, I just wanted to highlight here. If you can see, this is one repository, but there is a front end folder over here. So this is a complete different project altogether. So this is the TestEditor UI. So maybe in future I might take out this particular portion from here and put it in another repository, because this is completely independent of this whole project. So this is whole thing is the backend which runs our test executions and run those JSON suites itself, right? All the logic is within this TestFlowPro SRC, and all the test suites present within this, all these JSON files. But this SRC contains all the backend logic, and this front end is mostly used as a different independent Next.js application, which is responsible for doing all the editing, generating, running, etc. We'll see in a moment. So here is my IDE. So this is my TestFlowPro. Once you clone it, you'll see like this. And let me quickly go to this folder, front end. I need to run front end, cd front end, TestEditor. Yeah. So just you need to run npm. So first time you need to do all the npm installation. You can find those installation details in this documentations as well. Okay, I'll just run for now npm run dev, and I should be able to see front end UI over here. Okay, so these are the some new changes you can see in the UI. A couple of new layout itself. Okay, let's see what are the changes. So now you can see there is segregations over here, like you can group by UI. So you'll see all the UI related tests. Then if you click on this, then you'll see all API related tests. So here also two types. So we introduced app. So for example, you have application, right? One application can have multiple test suites, right? So in that case, you can have one application name. For example, make my trip is one application, front-end application. this one application can have multiple test suites. So here you can see there is a one test suite, but it can contain multiple test suites as well. Yeah. So this is segregation based on the applications, and here also folder structure. So if you see, you can also create folders. So basically how it works is this test suites. So whatever folder structure that you have given over here, so it will show in the same way. For example, within the login, we have one test now, right? And you will see only one here. And if I just put, or maybe I create one more, so for example, I have one here. Let me just copy this thing to here. Sorry, I need to copy again. Let me copy in here and put it within this folder. Yeah. And now if I see, just need to refresh a little bit, and you can see the that file over here. So you'll see the folder structure. Whatever you create, folder within the folder, whatever you create, you'll see the same structure, right? It will help you to organize your test suites. And also you can create new suites from here also, and this particular button as well. So this both works in the same way. We go to that in a while. And then coming to these apps, so basically what happens is for each JSON file, we introduced application name in suite level, right? Suite name, then application name. So that application name that you can see over here, right? These are the application name. So one application can have multiple test suites, yeah, and one test suite definitely contain multiple test cases. Okay, now coming to these changes here. So now if you can see, we have settings here. We got many options. For example, this framework path. So this is the framework, the backend framework you need to provide. For example, your front-end code is in somewhere, right, running. Maybe in future we'll be creating this one as a desktop application similar to Postman. We'll create something like exe file. You can just install it, and this backend still will be there, so that you can check out into the GitHub, and you can create those JSON file as a test suite, and just provide this framework path, TestFlowPro. Yeah, so which contains this runners, etc. So you can also validate runners .ts is found and package.json found. So these are the validation that we are saying, and you can just save it so that it can recognize, okay, this is my test folder here. So within that I have runners, within src I got runners, etc. So it will just get those informations. And another thing that we have a suite path. So yeah, I mean, suite also you can and define somewhere else also, but that's why I just given the path over here so that it will be more consistent. It is up to you where you want to put this test suite. So you can also validate, okay, 19 JSON files found based on this path. It will find out what all the JSON files present. The next thing that we have here is import JSON. For example, you have already a JSON you created manually or something, you can just import that JSON, right? The same JSON in here that you can see here, right? This one, if you can generate manually, it's well and good. Just import it using this import JSON, or you can just put it in this test suite. That is simpler as well. Now next thing is import Swagger. For example, you have a Swagger URL, and you can paste that whole Swagger thing over here, and it will parse that. Okay, let's see. I got a free Swagger here, pet store Swagger. So you can see there is a JSON right? So if you just go to this JSON and you can find it in here. So if your team is using something only this Swagger, you can find the JSON of that, right? Or YAML. So you just talk to your developer, you'll get that JSON Swagger.json, and you can use that same JSON in here. You can just paste it over here. Sorry, not here, here. Okay, so it will import the whole thing. So now you can see the nice UI and everything, right? And it will create all those endpoints present within that. So you can see 42 scenarios and 3 test cases, right? Based on this pet, store, and user. These are the 3 test cases it created, but for each of them, it created the um, test data, etc. Yeah, you can modify later on. So here there is one more thing we have. Whether you want to create a new suite, or if you have existing suite, you want to add those scenarios, you can do that as well. So now we can see if you can search for existing. So for example, you want to add within this particular JSON, which already got 3 test cases, and if you add this all, it will be just appended those all test cases within that, right? In this case, if you want to create the new one, you can also go ahead and create the new test cases, right? So let's see if it creates. Yeah, now you can see it is coming to this test suite editor and Swagger pet store demo, I would say, application name demo, so that you can see. So now you can see base URL and everything is coming automatically, right? This is a test suite type API or UI. So this is something new, UI enhancement happened. Then here you can see test case management, right? Here all the test cases, 16 data sets, over here 8 data set, 18 data sets. So you can see, you can view. So okay, so you need to save first, then we can view it. Let's first save it, and then let's go to the application that just now we created, demo, Swagger pet store demo. And in here I can just edit. You can add more tags if you want. Okay, so if I now view, now you can see all the view related. So now the new change here is we can run each data set as well, right? Post, put. So for example, if I run this one, let's say unauthorized, so definitely it will fail, I believe, or don't know, it might pass because we haven't done any configuration. So no data or something. So you need to add a data related thing for this particular one. We'll see. Okay. And you can see also JSON view for this test data. There are a lot of test data over here, right? For each of them. So we need to just add a little bit need to do, because this is just parsing the existing this particular Swagger and creating all the suites for us, but we need to still create a little bit those template parameters, etc. Let's go and see editing. If I go to here, the edit test case, right? Here the same as before, and here we do have one more thing, right? We can enable or disable that particular test case also, right? If you do not want to include this test in a test suite, then you can do as well. And it is also available with test data level as well. So if you do not want to include this one, just disable it, and it will just and save it, and it will not be included in our test run. Yeah. So this is how, and here also you can run each of the data. So this is what I was talking about previously. So let's first save it. Let's go to the test cases, and for example this one. Oh, okay, maybe if I run, Okay, something. Let me run the existing one. I think something wrong. I need to fix that. Let's check it here. If it is running, it was running yesterday correctly. Test data. Okay, something. I think. Okay, I need to check. So basically, yeah, you'll be able to run from here as well, right? Include and all. And coming to this, yeah, anything else? Okay, there is one more change here. So quick builder. So if you manually want to add test cases, like you want to do all these things, then you need to go to here, add a test data, then add an endpoint, get, post, whatever, headers, preprocessor, JSON body, assertions, and everything you need to put manually. So if and there is another way that we can do is a quick builder. So for example, you don't have to put a lot of information at the beginning. Okay, let's create quick test case and we try to add in here. So for example, this is demo test one and base URL. Okay, I take from here only. For example, I use this find by status. All right, so here is my base URL. All right, then this is my endpoint. All right, status is pending application, and this is a get type, and I can run also from here. Yeah, so now you can see the same details. Yeah, and you can add to the test demo test over here. So now you can go and whatever you want to add for it, you can just do from here. Yeah, and same thing in assertions also in auto generate. For example, you want to I think this is one issue that I need to fix. The base URL, it should update as well. So okay, so base URL, if I now do, so it will give the results. Also it will suggest this JSON paths, right? For example, this is exist or not, and these categories exist, or you can also do, for example, a length or start with contents and what is the value you can provide as well. So that will automatically be included in your assertions. We'll see, for example, first one, let's say equals and name. Name is Maxi, right? And similar to that, we can do this exist, status also exist, or you can add then a lot of things, regex, greater than, ends with, starts with, contents, etc. Add these four assertions. So these four assertions would be part of this assertion. So you don't have to manually go and do things, but it will auto generate for you as well. So similarly here also auto generate the same thing we need to do, but this time is for variable, right? So same thing, but now this time it will store a variable, right, from this status category, and you can store IDs or whatever category IDs. So I can say cat ID, something like that, and tags. Okay, add three variables. So it will add to your local variable. So there is two type of variable now. One is global variable, which will be available across all the test cases in test suite, And this local variable is only available to all test cases and sorry, all the test data among that test case, right? So yeah, so that's why we'll use global when we need among all the test cases and in test suites as well. And this one is for local use only, right? So you can see here automatically it generated, and if you want to add schema validation, you can add that, and final JSON you can find over here, right? It added all these assertions, things like this, and we can save suite as well. Okay, let's go to this. All right, so now you can see a new test is being added to this test suite editor. Sometimes you need to just refresh and it will update it. And now we can go ahead and we can now run also. There was some issue, I just fixed it. So when I run from here, edit also in test data level. So now you can see the path it is taking. This is your suite name, and this is your test case, and this is your test data, right? And if you try to run it, it will run from here. Yeah, now you can see pass, and from here you can go to your test results over here. Once you click on it, so you'll see nice model and everything. You can also now download this HTML reports. Okay, let me show that as well. So like this, and also you can do PDF. So this is basically print function, so it will save as PDF the whole thing. Make sure you are selecting this for color, and it will save it as a PDF, and you can send to your team. Okay, now let's see. Okay, let's see the curl command. I think it's the same as others. So for example, I do have a curl command. Any curl command that you have, you just have to paste it over here, similar to Swagger, right? And paste it over here and convert to suite, right? And you can see it's nicely formatted and created this curl, and you can also test it live here, right? And you can see nice response over here, and you can also add those assertions as well here. For example, you want to check, so you need to write the JSON path basically. Maybe I want to get the data. All right, this is for, because this is a, I think, JSON array. So I just get the first one, and let's say category. So make sure there is a space here. You need to, okay, now you can see this is your object. So you can see this is exist. Now you can see this is created assertion, or type also. This is object, or if you want to do something like this, name, for example, name is test here, right? And I can say equals test. So apply to suits, and it's added here, right? So this is from curl itself, and now you can also create a new suite and a suite path, or maybe add to existing suite. So based on whatever you can do. Let's say we add to the existing suite that we created already. Pastor demo that we have. I think we have this one, yeah. Yes, let's add it, and we should see 4 test cases. Now it should be 5 test cases. 5 test cases now in here, right? And if I now edit and go inside it, I should be able to see the same thing here. Header assertions, right? Okay, yeah, exist, category, object, test. So everything there. And if you want to use this, also you can do store some variable as we already did. And I just save it. So now it should work, right? So this is so simple API testing. So same way, Postman collection, Bruno collection, and SOAP, WSDL files, etc. You can also do. If you have WSDL file, or if you have XML body, you can create in here as well. The same way it works. Yeah, fetch, and you can see operation. So you can see. Let's say if we have, I think I created already. I can show you here. Let me see. Okay, I use this WSDL. For example, if you have the WSDL file, you can just open this one. Let's go to import SOAP WSDL, and you can fetch it similar to SOAP API, right? You can see all these operations available, and you'll see the body, and based on that, you just add it, whatever the functionality you want to add, and convert to suite. Or if you want to test live, same way you can do. And just now we just did for curl. Similar to that, you can also filter, use XPath, and convert it here, right? So yeah, it's convert to suite. So you can just create suite based on existing or create new suites. Yeah. So one more improvement as well. If you see here, environment variable. So now you can see we have QA environment, UAT environment. So basically it's coming from our backend here, env file, right? You can have base URLs based over here for QA and UAT, different URLs. So accordingly, it will take. So if you just use this as a template variable anywhere in your URL, so it will replace that variable from here. Yeah, so you can add variable from UI itself, and it will save to that particular env file here. Right, now see, let's see the UI one, what we have done for UI. Right, so a couple of things that I have done here for UI. So now if I see, let's say this booking.com automation, or make my trip. So if I just open here, so now you can see you need to select the test suite type equal to UI testing, and base URL you need to provide here. I have provided within the test steps. So now you can see test cases have 6 steps. So here we don't have test data. Each test case have test steps. Yeah. So let's see if I edit now. UI test. You can also similar way you can enable, disable this test case. And here, if you see, this is that different test steps, right? If I edit, now you can see different keywords available, like navigation for go to URL, right? Go to. So you can select that go to URL and save it, and whatever the value of that you'll do. And skip this step. If previous step fails, you can also mark as checkbox if you want to fail or maybe skip, right? So we can also assert. For example, I'm checking whether this header locator, the test ID types, are different strategies, role. So this is same concept as playwright's different different locator strategy, like by test, get by test ID, get by locator, get by text, get by role, right? if you select get by role, then you need to use playwrights, let's say playwright locators. And if I go here, so it uses similar concept here by role, so something similar. Yeah, get by label, get by button, but role means button, then name, sign in, then click whatever you want to do. So let's come to this place. So this is get by ID, and let me find get by ID, test ID, sorry. So this is the one I was looking for. So here it is doing the same thing. So it's JSON basically converting to this internally it is converting to our this locator, right? So this is all being handled in our backend. So you can see here name, right? Name, if you have exact match equal to true, something like this, has text, has not text, so this is -1. So something you can see here as a tooltip as well. And yeah, whichever needed, you just have to fill it here and it will just create in a backend, right? And here, let's see, there is a button. So now you can see role button this is button, and the name also we are giving here Singapore. So basically it will use role and button. So let's go to check here, get role. Yeah, so same thing, this is the one it will create. Yeah, and okay, so same concept here. And one more cool thing also, maybe in later stage. So you can do, I mean, you can find all these methods here. Download file, upload file, wait for selector, assert, hidden, all these, important functionality that is needed for a UI automation. It is available here, right? For example, get text here. For example, I want to get text. So cool thing over here is you can see you can also store the value of this get text into variable storage, whether it's a global variable or you can use the local variable store, and that will be used in another step where we can validate whether this is the one or not. So still this UI not mature enough, I would say, but some basic stuffs, it works perfectly fine. Still I'm working on it. It will be better soon. Concept is same, same concept as API. Now you can see in test steps, same thing, assertions, options, and a lot of things there, local store, right? So this is how it works. You can see locator strategies, role, button, and search. So this is will convert into our playwright code, and it will run in the TypeScript behind the scene. Yeah, if I want to just run it, let's see how it works. Let's see if I can run. Let's see. So it's running that particular test, and okay, so there is another Windows here opening. So now we can see something passing, something failing. So something failed. Yeah, and you can see what exactly it got failed. Get by role button, and you can see the details. Sorry, I need to go back here, and I can see what exactly went wrong. And most important thing, you can see the screenshots as well. So here something changed, that's why you will see this particular details. Yeah, timeout exceeded, waiting for this get by role button, name this. So this is exact playwright syntax, right? So yeah, this is how it works. Cool. Yeah, so to create this same step, you just need to click on new test suite, then you need to name your suite name, application name, base URL. You need to select this UI test, then continue and test cases. Once you test cases, this is UI test, and now you will see test steps here. Add test steps, right? And open browser, then add steps, go to URL or navigate. You just enter the URL, something like that. It's a simple one, right? And you save it the same way it can run. However, something new that I want to show. I haven't shown the AI part yet, right? So this is where this all will be more interesting. So here, a little bit animated icon, you can see AI test generator, right? So now in here, you can write your commands or whatever you want to give. If you have curl, you just use and paste it here, and you just ask, okay, just give me for this curl command, can you generate a test data with multiple test sets? It will generate for you. Similarly, Swagger, similarly for UI test, right? And we'll see how it works. So basically, I'm using Ollama that is locally running in my machine, and there is a GitHub Copilot. So GitHub Copilot, I'm also integrated over here. So you just need to OAuth, then it will use the GitHub OAuth credentials, and you will be able to uh, chat with, similar to GitHub Copilot in your VS Code or IntelliJ IDE. Similar to that, you can do the same thing over here, but here the output would be our test suite, right? So I'm using the RAG-based LLM here. I'm using LangChain to get those knowledge base feed into vector database. It's basically I'm using in-memory vector DB, and I'm just using all the knowledge base. I can show you. So in here, if you come to this docs folder, this all are the knowledge base basically. So how to do the things, right? For playwright, for postman conversion, and strict conversion rules. Some rules I have added, what to do, what not to do. So it will basically follow these particular guidelines, right? Different examples I have given. So this all will be part of the RAG based LLM. So it will just use vector DB embeddings, and there I'm using Ollama and GitHub Copilot, right? So you can see that as well. Make sure you are using Ollama locally if you have already, and you need to change a little bit things over here. I believe somewhere in this config that I created. AI config. So you need to come to here, then you need to change a couple of things like which models that you are using, right? For Ollama, let me just get it here. Terminal, Ollama list. So you can see I do have a couple of models already available. So I'm using some for embeddings and some for my actual model, right? So if you see here, this model is a Quen 2.5 coder, 14 billion. This is the one I'm using. That is the main model that is responsible for converting our embedding to my test suite. And this particular embedding is also present in here. If you see, yeah, this one. This is the one I'm using here, right? This 669 MB. So it works, but it is quite slow in my machine. But if you have a very good machine, and it will work very good. Let's see if I can find something to generate. Okay, I will use the same. Yeah, let's use the same. Maybe get. All right. Let's say this one curl command. I'm using this one. Okay, I'll just use here. You can use the curl itself, but in chat also you can do. Chat it's a little different, but in curl also it's different. Let's see how it works. Can you generate multiple test scenarios for curl command? Oh, sorry, I forgot to paste this one. Just paste the entered. So behind the scene, basically, it is doing things like getting this smart vector storage initialized, and it found like which all document needed, right? It is fetching those documents. Then it will take some time because it's a local and it's a bit slow. I'll show you with same thing with the GitHub Copilot as well, right? Okay, it took some time, and now you can see it generated me the test suite, right? And I can copy from here, or I can save this to suite, right? Save this test suite as 1, 2, 3 into this test suite folder. And once you do that, it should be saved already somewhere here. Test suites. Yeah, now you can see this is the one, and once we go there, we should see that. And it was API. Was it this one? I believe, yeah. Test suite 1, 2, 3, and you can see same thing. It got generated, and you can see we just provided one curl command, and it's generated 2 or 3 test cases for us, right? Different data sets. So this is how we can create and use our AI to generate this test scenarios for API. Similar to that, we can also use AI for, okay, so this is same. This is Swagger also, the same way it will do. And one more thing, important thing. Now you're seeing the UI was really difficult, right? But it is not difficult because I'm using here this AI code gen, playwright code gen to generate the code. You can just record and generate that steps and just use that same steps over here, right? So how it works, for example, I use playwright.com, maybe playwright.dev. Yeah, I go to this, paste it here, and it should create a session. So now you can see it is creating a session for me here in another. All right, so now you can see it created a session for me, and I can say, okay, this is, so you can see it's a recording also, all the steps, right? And I can say this is for assertions. right? And this is for asset text. I want to say, okay, this is the text I want to check as well. And I want to click on something, for example, let's say I click on this. Now I see this is available or not. Then I check this is available or not. Similar to that, let's say let's say something else, maybe here. Let's do a simple one first. What's this one? Let's see. Assert the value. All right. So I think that should be enough for us to just check it. Right. So there's two ways. So just copy everything, whatever that you have recorded, and in here in UI step, if you give the same thing, right, it will take some time, but it will generate. I'll show you in a while. But before that, we do have a playwright test. So this one, it will not use any AI, but it will convert everything. So this is the parser that created. I think something wrong. I need to fix this as well. So it's not generating for all, looks like. But let's see how it works for AI. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Should be able to fix that as well. Yeah, let's go to here, the AI. And now you can see it's getting the context, UI structure. Yeah. We'll wait for some time. Okay, so now it generated this suite for me. Now you can see step 6. So total GitHub repository to be visible last. GitHub repository option is GitHub. Okay, let's save this suite. Playwright end to end should be saved. Let's see in the UI. Should be uncategorized. Playwright end to end. Now you can see this is the one, right? Assert element is visible link. So if I try to run, hopefully it works. Yeah, and pass. Actually, a new browser opened and it was very quick and it got pass. And you can see the results as well. All these assertions passed. Yeah. So let's go. So this is how AI can be utilized in UI. And one more thing I haven't shown you, this GitHub. So this was all local ollama version. Now I want to use this GitHub way as well. So you need to just OAuth, right? I want to use this one, and here you'll see this code, device code you need to use, and boom, authorize it. Congratulations, you will be able to do, and you just wait for some time and it's authenticated. So the new code will be generated only. Sorry, there will be new tokens that will be present in GitHub tokens. I won't show here, but it is there in this .github tokens.json, and you can just use the same token to connect. So sometimes if it doesn't work, so you just replace that token let me just show you. Okay, for example, this is access token here. So this is not the real access token. I just removed it. Right. So what you can do if you are using your GitHub Copilot using any other IDE, right? For example, VS Code or IntelliJ, etc. In your folder, right, there will be one in your directory. There will be one folder. Let me see here. So this config. So within this config GitHub Copilot and apps.json, right? If you open that, you will find that access token or OAuth token, something like that. Let me see also. Okay, it's called OAuth token. So yeah, I'm not opening it, but you'll see that within GitHub Copilot if you are using any VS Code or any other thing. Just use the same code, same token, and just paste it here. You will be able to use GitHub Copilot. Yeah. Now let's use GitHub Copilot, and it's so smooth, a little faster than local, right? We'll see how fast this one. Let's copy this code. Okay. When some issue, let me see. Okay, so the issue was with this token itself. It got expired, so I had to change it. So now let's try again. UI steps. All right, let's see. Okay, it's doing the thing. So now I can see the suit is generated from this. Yeah. So same thing. It works in the same way, but it is way faster than the local one. Yeah. So you just use the same concept. You just save it, and you'll see that. You can see also it is coming from GitHub Copilot status. This everything is working perfect. So in the future, I'll be adding some more AI involvement within this step itself, which can fix our flaky test by introducing some AI in between those test steps, right? So yeah, if it fails, then it will just go and check with this AI or something. So there is something in my mind. I'll be working on that. So that will really help a lot to self-healing this automation tests. So this is just a pure playwright test, but yeah, we can use similar concept for Selenium as well if you want, but I think playwright is doing really great for now. We can use a playwright. I think playwright MCP also is there, so my plan also is to integrate with the playwright MCP in here so that it will auto generate everything. But the thing is, I don't want to use a lot of AI resource while running the test, because a lot of AI tools now available which will cost you more because you'll be using more AI within that. So here just one time you use the LLM or OpenAI or whatever, and you can just run a normal API test or your UI test, right? So you don't have to deal with a lot of API calls, so that will cost you, right? So that's why I just wanted to make it more cost effective. So one time you just generate it everything from the AI, then just reuse the same thing, and whatever you need you can just go ahead and manually also try to add it. But yeah, in between we'll see how we can integrate with the MCP server, where we can try to recover some of the failures. So that is in pipeline as well. Yeah. If you have any use case or anything that you want we can improve on this, please suggest in the comment section. I'll definitely work on that. Right. And so this is all about this running and creating test from, this is kind of like test editor, right? And if you want to run from pipeline, this JSON files basically you can run the same command. You can go to I think here installation, not the installation, I believe I do have documentation separately for running from the pipelines. So let me see. Yeah, so readme.md. So there are a lot of readme files here with different things. So now you can see here, right? This is the architectural diagram. I don't know whether I can increase the font. So to be able to increase, I think. All right. So now if you see here, so this is my front end. This is QA engineer. This is my test editor. Just now we were doing all the import or create manually, right? And this is my environment variable, those command line interface. And this is my test runner. This is our the runner or executor, which has got all the logic, right? And we got Selenium and Playwright. Playwright mostly is being used so far. Selenium I haven't added yet. We can add it. And we got this reports as well. Then coming to the CI, same thing we can do in the CI pipeline. We just need to run the same npx command that we are currently running from the front end. Same command line from pipeline as well, using tags. But there are a lot of filters that I have been using, so we can just use those as well, right? So if I go now back and show you something, yeah. So these are the these are the command that will be used in GitHub Actions or Jenkins or anything that you are using, right? So based on tag or suite type or whatever, right? It support all. Granular, if you want to just run a specific test case or specific test data, you can also run, right? So this is how we can do in GitHub Action or any other as well. Yeah, I think GitHub Action I did I did integrate, I believe. Let me see if I have something running. Okay, yeah, it's there. Run test by. Okay, so let me see how we can do it. Let's see this one. Run test by application. So now we can see it will say, okay, which application you want to run and which API filter, UI or API, which environment, dev or QA. So based on that, it will run whether you want to run in a parallel or not. So those things, it will run the test. So I ran previously. I think it will generate a good, nice report as well. Run the tests. Yeah, you can see this response, everything. Yeah. So yeah, this is how we can integrate with the pipeline. Yeah, this video is getting a little longer. Sorry for that. Yeah, you can see this grid view also here. Here you can see all these test cases, test thing. Similarly, here also you can see this, all the test, very overview one. Yeah, and detail. These are we already discussed in all my previous videos. Please comment, share this one, and suggest anything that you want to see in this framework or in this tool. I'll be happy to add it.